Welcome to The Direct Line, the official podcast of OADSP, with host David Rustio. If you have questions or would like to be a guest, please reach out to podcast@oadsp.org.
I'm David Rustio, and today I'm talking with Debbie Ramsey. Welcome to the show, Debbie.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm great. It's Valentine's Day. Who wouldn't be happy on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's debatable.
Oh, yeah, we don't exchange gifts on Valentine's, or really anytime. So, and I'm not home right now because I'm here with you.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I have lived in St. Mary's, West Virginia all my life.
Okay.
I was born in Marietta, Ohio. My parents had me much later in their life. I had an older brother that was 13 years older than me. My dad ran a small grocery store in St. Mary's.
Okay.
And I've had many people come to me and say, if it wasn't for Frank Gilbert, we don't know what we ever would have done. My dad offered credit, and he would write everything down in little notebooks. And when his, quote, big bosses was coming from Moundsville, he would ask the customers, can you please give me like $2 on your account or $5? And I would see my dad walking all over town asking these people, please, the bosses are coming. Please, can you come and help me? You know.
Wow.
And it was a small grocery store. And one summer, I wanted to save money for a 110 Instamatic camera.
Okay.
And I had gone on a patrol trip, and I had this big old camera that you had to look in, and all the kids were making fun of me. So that's why I wanted the 110 Instamatic camera.
Sure, that was the big deal back in the day.
That absolutely was. It had a big thing that would hook with a big light bulb in it. And I was made fun of severely on that patrol trip.
Yeah.
So that summer, I worked for my dad. I bagged candy. I bagged potatoes. And I think the camera was $12.95, and I saved enough to buy that camera. And I felt like I was just about it.
That was a lot of money back in the day.
That absolutely was a lot.
I don't think I could afford one. So.
Yeah, exactly. I probably wouldn't have got one if the kids hadn't made such a fun of me for that big ugly camera.
Right.
But later in life, I met the love of my life, Rod Ramsey, and he had a daughter, Nana, and then she had two daughters, Maddie and Kylie. Those are my step-granddaughters, and Nana's my stepdaughter.
Okay.
And the girls are grown now, 23 and 24. Maddie is going to get married this summer. It's kind of neat. She and her future husband are both going to be 25. They're getting married May 25th of 2025, and they're going to be 25. So that is really exciting. And also, I am blessed to have a godson, and his name is Harper Lee.
Harper Lee.
And he is 9 years old, and I have been with him since a few hours after he was born.
Wow.
And I became his godmother. Probably they asked me to be his godmother like probably a year and a half later. And we have gone different places and done different things with them. So they have helped me tremendously.
You've got a good bit of family.
Yes.
But let's talk about your husband.
Okay. I married Rod October 11th, 1986. And we dated for about 18 months, and I married him. And Rod also worked in the same field that I work in. He loved his individuals. And matter of fact, he had come to work on April 21st of 2021. And when he came in, I was on that shift, and he said, Debbie, I'm very, very ill. I have to go to the hospital. And we knew he had an aneurysm, but at that time it never bothered him. And we hadn't followed up for about 8 months. And at that time, it was fine. And when I took him to the hospital, I thought he probably had a kidney stone.
Okay.
And when he got there, they came out and said his aneurysm has ruptured, and we're rushing him in for emergency surgery.
Oh, wow.
And they only gave him like a 30% chance to live. And he lived through the procedure, but that night of the procedure, they had to do different things to keep him alive, and it damaged his kidneys. And his kidneys looked like, his urine looked like Coke.
Okay.
And then he had to be on dialysis. And he was on dialysis for probably 3 months. And I feel God brought him and saved him. He was intubated probably 6 different times. He lived through all these terrible surgeries, everything that he went through. And finally, he got home 7 months to the day, and then he got COVID. And then he almost died with COVID. And then we got through that. In the beginning, Rod really couldn't talk. He couldn't walk. He couldn't do anything. And the last procedure he had was to take care of this bowel problem. And they had done that on April 18th. And Rod and I had gone to Morgantown that day to see his mom, his daughter, and his granddaughters for their birthdays and early Mother's Day. And I got sick with like a flu bug, and Rod, matter of fact, drove me home, and he was fine. And after he got home, he just progressively started going downhill. We called the squad, and he ended up dying in the morning, just a few hours after we got home.
And that was this last year?
Yes, May 12th of 2024.
So tell us something fantastic about him. Now, I know you've got a long list.
A long list. Rod was a great person. He was more outspoken about things, but Rod dearly loved me, and I got sick years and years ago, and I was in the hospital, and he would work, but as soon as he was out of work, he would come and stay by my side and do anything that he could to ensure that I was going to get better. Because I was very, very ill. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and I said I was about the sickest person I ever saw in the hospital. Everywhere I went, I had a rag on my head, and I had something in front of me to catch whatever, because I was just...
You were busy.
I was very, very busy, and Rod just stayed and just helped me, you know. And a little funny story about Rod, I would never have known it was the last anniversary card he got me, but I was going through a drawer, and... sometimes, you know, you just glance at a card, you read the verse, you think it looks good. Well, I'm sure I gave him a heck about it, but the card was happy birthday. And I'm like, it's for my anniversary. Why in the world do you give me a happy birthday card?
Because that's how men are.
Yes, you men. So anyway, so what he did then, he scratched it out and put happy 37th anniversary, which was our last. And then he said, I want to have many more anniversaries with you. Oh. So it really touched my heart.
Yeah.
Touched my heart.
Well, it's obvious you both cared about each other, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So what do you do for a living?
I work at a facility called Wasco Workshop, and it's a workshop that has handicapped individuals that come here. Mm-hmm. There's different capacities in it. There's some that are in rooms where they do different learning skills. There's a protection floor, and there's me and 2 other staff that take people out in the community.
Okay.
And that's what I do. And what I do with my group, we kind of like give back to the community.
Okay.
We do all volunteering. And couple times a month on Fridays, we actually do something fun, but we volunteer at a church of Christ. We help with the cleaning. We help with the bulletins. Whatever they might need, that's what we do. Okay. On Tuesdays, we go to St. Mary's, West Virginia, and we go to a thrift store, and they only keep the clothes there for 5 weeks, and at the end of 5 weeks, you pick a certain color. You take those clothes, you can hang it on the dollar rack, free table, or put it into bags.
Okay.
And then on Wednesday, we go to Salvation Army, and we deliver the lunches to the shut-ins.
Okay.
And then on Friday, we go to a little place called Love and Care. It is assisted living. It's one of the nicest assisted livings I've ever seen. It's wonderful. and we go in there and help play games or just whatever they might need us to do. And one lady just turned 105.
Wow.
And she is a great, great lady. And my individuals, they love going there.
I bet.
Yes.
I bet the residents love having them come.
Oh, yeah. They thank me for coming. They thank us. Said it brightens their day by us doing
What is the favorite thing those that you take out in the community? What is the favorite thing they like to do?
We have met many friends out in the community. The one thing they really like to do, they love to go to Tudor's Biscuit World.
Okay.
And they have a circle of friends there. They've met customers. They know all the help. They call them by names. The help calls them by names. And they really enjoy that. And then they like to go bowling. They love to go bowling
sure.
and out for lunch somewhere. So
a biscuit place.
Yeah, Tudor's Biscuit World.
So I assume they have biscuits.
Yes.
What else do they do there?
The individuals, you mean?
I mean, is it a restaurant?
It is a restaurant. They have lunch and they have breakfast food there. And their biscuits are like big, great big. And I'm a big biscuit queen. I love the biscuits.
Like softball big or baseball big?
Oh, softball.
Wow.
Absolutely. They are really, they have pancakes, they have wraps, they have French toast, they have everything there.
Right.
And it's just a small little quaint place. And one of my individuals, when I took him in there, and he was so friendly, he has a job there now.
Wow.
He has a job. He works on Monday and Wednesday, and then on Saturdays, because they are so busy, I go in and help him.
How nice.
I got a job at Tudor's Biscuit World.
Do you get paid?
Yes, I do.
Okay, there you go.
At first, I was just volunteering, and they're like, we're going to hire you.
So do you get a free biscuit every week?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I need the biscuit. Give me a biscuit, I'll be happy.
There you go. I think I would be too. They make them right there?
Yes, they do. They put them in an oven, and they come through probably about every 10 minutes. Today, guess what kind of biscuit they made?
Oh, heart-shaped?
Heart-shaped biscuit.
Yeah, listeners, today is Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm seeing lots of pink and lots of hearts, and
yeah.
And I was speaking earlier with somebody, and I told him I went into Kroger this morning, to get some coffee and something for the road, and the place was packed with men. It was just absolutely packed with men, and you couldn't get down the card aisle or the candy aisle. And there were men that were actually reading cards, which I thought was pretty impressive.
That's very, very, very nice. The men are like, "Oh my gosh, it's here! I've got to get something."
I have to.
Yes.
And those poor men who forget.
Yes, absolutely. It won't be pretty. Just saying.
Oh, gracious not. So, tell us a great story.
This is quite a story. My husband and I took 4 individuals to the beach.
Okay.
And we went to Myrtle Beach.
You took them or they took you?
Well, we took them. It was a group thing. And it was a wonderful vacation. We got to stay in a condo. We were oceanfront. And it was wonderful.
Sure.
Absolutely wonderful. And the one night I'd been in their room talking to them. And I thought, well, there's a lot of dirty clothes. I'm going to go ahead and take the laundry out. Mind you, I'm in a short little dress and I'm barefoot. I'm in my bare feet, But it was probably like 1:30 in the morning. Well, when I shut the door, it locked. I knocked and knocked and knocked. Door wouldn't open. So nobody came to the door. My husband had gone to bed earlier. So I had to go down. I thought, well, I'm going to go to the office. Mind you, I was in my bare feet, and the concrete felt like it had ground glass in it. And as I'm walking, trying to get to the office, then the sprinkler system comes on.
Of course. Why not?
Absolutely. So I'm wet, and I go to the office, and they give me a key to get in this one side door. Well, the key they gave me didn't work.
Of course.
So then I have to go back through all of it again. and I do not like parking garages. And I was in the parking garage at 2 a.m. And I thought, I'm probably going to get killed, and nobody even knows that I'm even not in the condo. So finally I get in, and I go to get into bed, and my husband goes, "Oh, hi, honey, you just coming to bed?"
Oh, did you smack him?
I said, "I have been outside knocking on that door. I have been locked out for an hour." "Oh, I'm sorry." So that's how that story went, you know.
Lands.
And then there was one other, on a sad note, one of my individuals had a girlfriend forever, and she wanted to go on that trip so bad to the beach with us, and she ended up passing away suddenly, and she didn't go. So we got a bottle, and we all wrote notes and put in the bottle, and we wanted to leave that at the ocean.
Sure.
So my husband told me, "Debbie, you just can't throw it out. It's going to come back to shore."
Sure.
So I thought, well, what does he know? So I tried it. Here it came like 3 times. And we thought the next day I went to her boyfriend and I said, "You know what? This is not working. You know, we're going to have to bury it." And the next morning he got up like he was digging to China, and we buried the bottle, and we left it there. You know, we wanted her left there.
Sure.
Because that's
what a nice memory.
It absolutely is a nice memory.
Well, thank you, Debbie, for being here today and chatting with me.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate your candor and fun, smile.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Direct Line. If you or your organization would like to be guests on this podcast, please reach out to podcast@oadsp.org. As long as you support people with developmental disabilities, we would love to hear your story. There is no cost, and we come to you.